All right, so what's up? What's the deal, guys? Welcome back. Salute to everybody for tuning in. I want to kick today off by wishing y'all a happy new year. Peace, love, prosperity, all that good stuff. And I'm sure y'all heard this a million times, but 2023 definitely flew by super fast. So now that it's January 1st, we're going to kick the new year off with some crazy sneaker news. So it looks like we got a new Fear of God Athletics leak, which includes some never before seen colorways. We also got a brand new never before seen model. So we got a lot to get into. It looks like light skin Ye, aka Jerry Lorenzo, is back. Now, as far as 2023, we all know how the general narrative went. Everybody feels like Adidas took too long to drop the collection. It was about 3 years in the making. And I think one lesson that they definitely learned is that they probably announced the whole Fear of God Athletics collaboration just a little prematurely. They probably should have waited until they had some products already in the makings. And then that way, people didn't have to wait too long and all that good stuff. Of course, a lot of people complained about the prices. We know the clothing items as well as the sneakers were definitely high end. They weren't mainline Fear of God prices, but they also weren't essentials. And I guess at the end of the day, Adidas did kind of meet us somewhere in the middle, but I think the clothing prices, they could work on getting those down just a little bit more. That way, a lot more people can enjoy these. So, of course, as far as the sneakers go, just as a sneakerhead, I definitely would say that as far as like works of art, I definitely appreciate everything. But as a consumer, there was definitely one model that stood out the most to me. I got to grab these joints, which was the Fear of God basketball one. Y'all see them. This was originally supposed to be the LA exclusive colorway, but it looks like they ended up dropping them online as well anyway. So we had the LA runners, we had the Adidas slide, we also had the 86 lows. Those are more updates on classic Adidas models, but these joints right here were a brand new silhouette introduced to the market, and I definitely got to give these the seal of approval. Big fan of these, rocked these joints a few times, and I'm definitely a big fan. So we had the all black joint, the carbon. This is the sesame pair, and we also had the white pair with shock drop on Christmas. I tried to warn y'all ahead of time. I was actually on vacation during the release, so I missed out on it completely, but it's all good. We got more sneakers to look forward to this year. So I guess my source was correct about that all white cream shock drop for Christmas. So it looks like 2024. I'll keep you guys updated on all the Fear of God Athletics surprises. So apparently that white cream basketball pair was a limited release, and as you saw with limited availability upon release, them joints sold out really quick. And I think it's a cool way to kind of shut up the haters that came with that lame narrative that because this release didn't sell out instantly the first drop, that it wasn't hot or that it was a flop or something like that. So cool release. Y'all saw when these joints were limited, they sold out fast. And now when you check out the Fear of God site, it looks like pretty much all the sneakers are sold out. I'm not sure if like that was an actual real sellout or if they pulled the products or what. Who knows with all these, marketing sneaker company shenanigans. We never really know as consumers, but at the end of the day, the products were available. If you wanted them, you could have grabbed them. Now, when it comes to 2024, of course, everybody's looking for something to replace Yeezy. Consumers are missing out on Yeezy drops. Adidas, they're missing out on the Yeezy money. And it seems like a lot of people aren't really big on the sock shoes. I feel like they may be a little bit, too ahead of the curve right now. I mean, not saying that like they're super innovative or anything like that, but being as that they're a new look, it does take people a little bit of time to warm up. But also being as that they're so like unconventional from just your traditional sneakers, I think maybe they won't grab everybody. So we'll wait and see what the future of Yeezy holds. But in the meantime, it looks like Jerry Lorenzo and Fear of God Athletics are poised to have a big year. And looking at it from Adidas' point of view, from the business side, do you guys feel like Fear of God Athletics, can have a big impact or even just like 1/10 of the amount of success that Yeezy had with Adidas? It looks like Jerry Lorenzo recently posted on the gram saying 23, our third pillar was entrenched. Now on to 2024, perpetuity begins. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Jerry, he likes to use all these big fancy words. So he's obviously saying, 23 was when, this whole big thing kicked off. The wait was long, but I feel like they definitely delivered. And as far as 2024 goes, it looks like he's promising to have a huge year, and apparently Fear of God Athletics is here to stay. So what exactly is he talking about? Thankfully, our good old friends over at Jerry Leaks, they went ahead and posted some unreleased colors. Some of these may be samples, but some of these could be some interesting retail releases that we can look forward to throughout the year. So let's go ahead and start with the back row, which it looks like this is a never before seen unreleased silhouette, which is almost kind of giving like combat boot vibes. And I'm getting that from, of course, the higher cut. But again, this could be kind of like a boot hybrid sneaker. Once again, you know, channeling back to some of the Yeezy releases. And I gotta say, I'm a fan of these. It looks like Jerry's kind of going with this theme of like one tonal color, one dark one, and then this kind of like yellow Easter type of shade, which I'm expecting a lot of these yellow colors to probably drop sometime, you know, in the spring, right around Easter time. It only makes perfect sense. So as far as this unreleased model, you know, I don't know if this is an update to a classic Adidas model or anything like that. Y'all know Jerry went back into the archives. So could possibly be the Fear of God update to a classic model. I'm sure more information will come out here in the next couple of days. But personally, I would rock these as a consumer though. I don't know if I would actually be able to, you know, fork out the cash to pay for these. There's so many releases. So it kind of goes to the point where like as a sneakerhead, I love so many shoes that drop, but as a consumer, you know, am I actually willing to actually pay the high retail price for these? That's the real question. So we'll see once more information comes out on those. But so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing now. This second row goes absolutely crazy. I feel like this is going to be that big mainline, or I shouldn't say mainline, but I should say the big marquee release for Fear of God Athletics, you know, heading into the new year. And of course, this is the basketball 3 model, which is what they believe they called them previously. So this one has that standout 3 pillars logo right there on the toe. And I gotta say, you guys, like originally I wasn't really big on this model. At first, I thought the 1 was far more superior than the 3 right here, but I gotta say, joints are definitely growing on me, and I don't know if I'm just like a sucker for new stuff or whatever, or y'all can call me a hype beast, whatever, but I gotta say these are definitely growing on me. And from these images, I don't know if it's just the range of colors which is turning me on here, but I just feel like this sneaker is like really giving me Yeezy vibes. I'm talking about the Nike Yeezys, and I feel like it's that big ass strap. You know what I'm saying, y'all? You feel me on that? The big ass straps are definitely giving Nike Yeezy vibes, but then again, you have a much more sleek toe box, which, you know, is that Fear of God touch. But I gotta say, all these colorways go crazy. I think the joints on the far left are probably the ones that we'll first see for a retail release, but the yellow ones are going crazy. The gray pair, again, giving Yeezy 750 color vibes. Y'all feel me on that? Those ones are nice, but I feel like that kind of like, what is this, like a off-white cream with the black toe box. The materials on these are going crazy, by the way. It looks like they're using like almost like a pigskin suede. So who knows if these will eventually release for retail, but they're definitely looking real premium, looking real expensive, and will look even better on my feet. So I'm definitely excited to pick up a pair of those this year. And then of course on the bottom row, we got some more looks at the 86 low. And then in the far right, it's kind of hard to spot it out, but you got the Fear of God LA runner over there. I would say with these colors, nothing too exciting for me, but then again, hopefully we get some more of these releases. As I said, from the caption right here, Jerry Leak did say samples and unreleased models, so I'm expecting some of these to probably never see the light of day, but I'm expecting some of these to definitely drop coming up this year, most definitely the basketball 3 model. And I feel like some of those yellow joints, I think we're gonna see a big release with some of these like tonal cream yellow pairs, possibly for the next big Fear of God Athletics drop. So let me know what you guys think. Overall, are y'all feeling the Fear of God Athletics vision? Do you feel like 2024 is gonna be a big takeover year? Because as I said, it doesn't seem like too many people are really feeling these Yeezy socks. I mean, it's a polarizing release. You got people that love them, don't get it twisted, but I feel like that's more like the Ye fans, more like the fashion enthusiasts, the people that like different, out there kind of stuff. And I feel like just the general sneaker audience, hasn't really gravitated towards those yet. But of course, Yeezy, they got bigger plans in the future. We also saw those slides that leaked, so there's no telling when those will drop. But in the meantime, I'm a huge fan of what Jerry Lorenzo and Fear of God Athletics is doing. I think upon the first initial drop, there was a lot of lame narratives and stories going on about how the release flopped just because it was generally available. But I think over time, people are only human. It takes them a little time to warm up to a lot of this stuff, as I like to say a lot. But I think a lot of these releases are growing on people. We're starting to see them pairs sell out. And as y'all saw for that Christmas little shock drop with a limited release, them joints sold out real quick. And I want to say that most people that got these, weren't disappointed and were actually really satisfied, including myself. So we'll see what the future holds. It's all about that innovation. It's all about the shape. Jerry did say as well that, just some important notes I want to mention before we head out of here. Jerry did say that, now that they have the infrastructure together, they went through the sample process, all of the expensive procedures, to get a new model out there on the market, that future drops should be a lot more affordable. And he also said that they didn't really accomplish making this a completely 100% performance-driven basketball model. So future releases should be enhanced as far as the performance version. So I don't know if that's going to be these basketball 3 models. I think he may be referring to like maybe future drops, probably stuff that we'll get at like the end of 2024, heading into 2025. But as Jerry said, this is just the beginning. 2024 is going to be a big year. I've also heard some really cool things behind the scenes from Adidas. So 2024 is going to be a big year, and it looks like Fear of God Athletics is the future. And just at the bottom line, I never feel like there's no way they'll ever replace what Yeezy did. I don't think anything is going to ever replace what Yeezy did over with Adidas, but I feel like this is a great addition, and I'm excited to see what they have in store, and if Jerry surprises us with any other new models. So drop your thoughts down below, guys. We're gonna wrap things up right here. If you haven't done so yet, help support the channel by dropping a thumbs up. Just smash the little like button right down below. So I'm out of here, y'all. Salute. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.